Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you today? I am so excited that this video found you today. If you are new to me, if we have not met before, my name is Christina Harr, and I am an energy intuitive and channel. I have created this particular space on YouTube as a place for us where we could sit down and just connect heart to heart. If you're having a really hard day, if it's feeling heavy out there, where you can't catch your breath, I want you to be able to turn me on, look into my eyes, connect into my heart, and know and believe that you are not alone. I'll be sharing little in these videos, tidbits of my own personal healing journey, of some things that I've been through, of what worked, what didn't work, along with some energy healing. I believe energy healing is a powerful healing tool, a modality that everybody should have access to, regardless of their finances, regardless of their location, regardless of their circumstances. Energy medicine is a modality that we need to start talking about more, spreading more awareness about. So tuning into this channel, you can experience that, get a taste of what that might feel like for your body. And then in addition to that, a channeled message from Spirit. Because maybe Spirit wants to chime in on and say, add to whatever I'm sharing with you. Maybe put their perspective. But we're never going to know what each video brings, because everything I do is completely organic as I feel called and nudged by Spirit to sit down and press the button. There is no AI. There is no editing. There is no script. It is all organically orchestrated for you in the moment, time, and space. So with that being said, I am really feeling called to speak on the mother wound. I don't know if you are familiar with what the mother wound is. I'm not gonna give you the dictionary version or the ChatGPT of what mother wound is. You can look it up. But I'm just gonna speak to it from my own perspective. And with that, I'm gonna start from the very beginning. I believe that before we come to Earth, we make an agreement with our conscious creator. And what the conscious creator is, that could be anything for you, whoever your higher power is. I choose to look at God as my own personal creator. So I fully believe with all that I am through my healing journey that I chose to work on self-love as the ultimate task that my soul was going to come down to earth and experience to help me grow and evolve. And in order to do that, I needed to come into a family that created a very deep lack of loving and belonging. And I know that doesn't feel fair to say, because I've had a lot of people in my family that truly love me. But this is where I want to go specifically into my mother wound. I, along with God, chose a mother to give birth to me who would not be able to fulfill the traditional mother role, who would not be able to love, nurture, and be present for me in my life. And I say this with the utmost respect to her. I am incredibly grateful to my mother for all the gifts that she had bestowed upon me. To give you a little context, she was 16 when she gave birth to me. She came from a family who were very deep in their Mennonite beliefs. So I can only imagine, although it wasn't spoken of, the amount of guilt, shame, and remorse she must have felt and undergone while carrying me in her womb. And one step further, with my training in somatic, I know that at the moment of conception, the baby begins to feel all that the mother has felt, and her mother, and her mother. And there's science to show that this can go back 7 lineages. So from day one of my conception, I already started to feel all the shame, guilt, remorse, And then being born, she did not have the emotional capacity to care for me and the way that I so craved the love and the belonging that I had been searching for my whole life. And in turn, this led me down to a spiral of feeling inadequate, not good enough, all the things, right? My codependency of holding that belief system of like, who do you need me to be so that I can feel safe within my nervous system? And again, I didn't have words for this until like maybe a few years ago, of all these horrible feelings that I was feeling my entire life, of just feeling so unloved, unworthy, like she was young. She, to this day, she still struggles with her own personal demons. And when I was young, if she had the choice to choose the door or me, it was always the door. So I had grown up with, I don't know if you saw Grey's Anatomy, but when Meredith is begging McDreamy, she's saying, choose me, love me. That was, to put it in context, that was my life growing up as a small child. And it was hard, right? It took me down several unhealthy patterns and paths and what have you, because I needed to learn how to turn all this around. And now as an adult, and now that I have context for everything, and now that I can see it from higher perspective, a greater perspective of how this was a gift, I can really go back and heal my inner child. Trying to tell that little 3-year-old Christina who's crying at the door for her mom that she is so loved. Loved beyond your wildest imagination. Telling her about God and about the angels. And this journey, it's been incredible. A lot of roller coasters. But I share this with you because I know the mother wound is something that's very prevalent, but it's not spoken about too much, right? That we weren't able to get our emotional needs met by our mother. And in return, it brought up all these feelings and emotions and unhealthy patterns and all this seeking and searching. And even just today in my own meditation, it's like I had this new like aha moment, which is why I wanted to come and do this with you, to talk about it. It's like I was reliving like my life story from the time I was born until where I am today. And it was like just that big aha. Like here I have been on a wild goose chase like my entire life. I'm 41 right now. Like my entire life thus far, seeking externally for love and belonging, when all the while it was in my heart. It was me, that I have all of this within me. And I know this probably doesn't sound like new information, and you're right. Like I probably have heard this 1 million times. But you guys, today, February 2026, the realization, it's in there. And I could cry telling you about it. Like, oh my God, we have everything we need in our heart. And I know a big part of this is due to my nervous system regulation, being able to like catch my breath, stop the ruminating thoughts, meditating, and connecting to spirit. I couldn't hear spirit until I want to say like March of 2025. That's when they stepped forward and started channeling through me, using my vocal cords to give me a message, which is great because, right, like something could smack me in the face and I still miss it. I feel like that's what my intuition was. I always had it. I didn't believe it. I thought it was me. I completely disregarded it. But last year they came in loud and clear, and they said, Christina, you have things to say. You have things to say. And then there's like little me where I was like, I'm little Christina, born and raised Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Like if I'm on a stage, like if I have everyone's attention, like people don't care what I have to say. People don't want to hear me speak. But you know what? Where I am now in 2026, I'm like, you know what? I was like, maybe spirit's right. maybe I do have something to say, because you know what? I am very strong in my conviction that we are all one. We are all interconnected. I believe with all that I am, we are here to come into earth to have our human experiences, but to not stay stuck in the muck and the mud. Have the experience and then get our way out. Have that experience so that our soul can evolve and it can grow. But then the part of me where I feel like the wounded warrior, I always felt like I needed to do this alone. And you'll hear that in my story in the different videos that I make. I'm going to tell you about how I used to really hide in silence and suffer in silence. But friends, like, no more. No. Like, just stop it. I don't agree with that at all. I'm here to say that you don't have to do this alone. You have my hand. You have my heart. Any way I can support you, I will. I'm creating these channels to tell you a little bit about my message, to allow you to experience some energetic healing and message from spirit, so that on your hardest days, when it just feels too much and you can't breathe, turn me on and just be open to receiving. And know that you don't have to pay for it. Like, you guys, like, love is not a transition, or I should say a transaction. Sorry, you might hear my words fumbling because, like I said, I'm just talking from the heart. But, like, you don't have to earn grace. Like, it is our birthright to be loved and to be held and to be nurtured. And until you can have your big aha moment and feel that within yourself, I say and I beg you to not do it alone. No. Just be held. With that, I'm going to go into trance. I'm going to have my consciousness step back. I'm going to ask Mother Mary to step forward to talk a little more about the mother wound and her perspective. And then we'll see if she wants to do some energy healing. I'm not sure. We're just going to go with it, okay? And if you're new to energy healing and channeling, there's nothing you need to do. I just ask that you start with a deep calming breath, breathing in completely. Exhaling fully, allowing your body to relax. I call upon Mother Mary. Mother Mary, yes. Yes, it is I. It is Mother Mary. I am here. I am always here. Dearest ones, I am with you all. It is true. Many of you who are viewing this video may be carrying emotional pain in some capacity brought on upon what feels like from your mother. Feeling that she was unable or unwilling to provide for you in any way, shape, or form, as your soul truly wished her to do so. Dearest ones, I am stepping forward to tell you at this time that although you may not hear me, you may not feel me in the way that this channel does, I would ask that in your deepest time of grief, in your deepest time of pain and suffering, you call upon me to be with you. You allow me into your energetic field so that I may cocoon you with my love. Dearest ones, I ask that you look upon me as a mother first and foremost, a mother with a genuine love, care, and concern for you, dear one. I do not wish for you to ever feel alone, because it is just simply not the truth. It is not, it is not, it is not. It is true, this dear one had shared some of her previous experiences in childhood, feeling very lost, afraid, and alone without her mother. But dearest ones, we were always with her. She did not know it. She did not know it. But now she does. And now she is bringing the good news to you that we are accessible to each and every one of you. However, you have free will, and we will never intervene unless we are invited to do so. So we ask that you call us in just to be held, just to allow us to hold you and love you with all that we are. I would like now to take a little bit of the heaviness off of your chest, the burden of deep grief you are feeling within your body. There. Dearest ones, please go back into a memory of your childhood, perhaps when you were 4 years old. Picture that child in your mind's eye and hold tightly. Hold that little baby and let them feel the love of both you and I, as I am illuminating the light within your heart. Do you see your 4-year-old self? Tell him or her that you love them, that they are safe, that they are worthy, and that they are loved beyond their wildest imagination. Dearest ones, imagine bright white light projecting from your adult heart going into that child's heart. Yes, yes, yes. There it is. There it is. There it is. And we would invite you to go back into this exercise at any time or day. Going back into a childhood memory of when you were feeling scared, alone, and unsafe, and holding that little version of yourself and projecting love from your adult heart into that child's heart, giving them the safety and the security they so long for. This will take time. This will take practice. But we say, dearest ones, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Good day. Good day. Good day. Thank you, Mother Mary. Your energy will stay with you. Mine will stay with me. We are so grateful for the energy transmission and recommendations, of course. Take another deep breath if you have not done so already. Breathing in and out. Knowing that your conscious breath makes all the difference. with that, I'm going to leave it and say I love you with all that I am. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, hit the button for the notifications as I pop on more videos of myself, my healing journey, energy exchanges, and messages to know that you don't have to do this alone. I got you. We're here in this together. Take care.